Hello. Like many of you, I imagine, I'm a regular blood donor, and after years of donating, I've decided that my least favourite part of the whole process is when you have to peel the plaster off about 6 hours later. Even though I've done it dozens of times before, I keep thinking there must be a way of peeling it off slowly so it doesn't feel like it's taking off 3 layers of skin with it. However, everyone knows that it's best to pull off the plaster quickly and get it off in one smooth motion. I am getting to a point, I'm not just sharing personal medical details for no reason, I promise. The truth is there's been quite a lot of change around at the moment. In our nation, obviously, there's constantly changing rules about travel. There's a bunch of social etiquette to work out about masks and hugs and all of that. We can't find any fuel in our petrol pumps, although perhaps that will be sorted by the time you read this. In the church as well, though, there's been some changes, with our home groups, with meeting back in person. This year, not running Holiday Club, but running Encounter instead. And we're introducing a new monthly prayer meeting and some different patterns around that. And then on top of that, I realise many of you will be going through personal change, processing things that are happening in your family or your friendship groups, people moving on, children flying the nest, health issues maybe cropping up as well. And as I've been praying for us, I've been brought back to this picture of pulling off that plaster. See, there's a time when it's right to do, and when that time comes, it's best just to get on and finish the job. And as we put from a UK perspective at least, that the worst and the most dramatic phase of the pandemic behind us, as we start to reopen and re-engage, it's probably the right time for change. It's a season of change. From a church perspective, I'd rather we had a period where a number of things changed in close succession and then let us adjust and find a new groove off the back of that, than stretch out the change over a longer period to sort of make it feel less daunting, but ultimately leave us constantly like, oh, what are we changing next? So for those of us who are finding this season harder, take heart. We're not going to live in a state of constant flux and change the whole time. Some changes are difficult, I realise that, others are easy, but through all of it, the Lord is our guide and our shepherd. He has us on a good path. I really am convinced that God changes things in a way that leads us forward from one level of glory to another, from one victory to another as we pursue Jesus Christ. And I believe that's what he's doing with our community as well. So be encouraged, stick with it, and I look forward to catching up with all of you on Sunday, I hope.